Welcome
to Nerdville.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. You must be cautious.
Hey everyone, this is our new series, Tierlist Tuesday, where we're going to do a tier list every Tuesday about a various amount of subjects related to nerd content. Today we're going to do a Pokemon tier list about the starters. We're talking about all the starters in the games. That does include Pikachu, Eevee, Espeon, and Umbreon from the games Let's Go and Colosseum. This tier list will be a combined personal preference between me and Famfi. So anytime we have a disagreement, we'll kind of find the middle ground. And also stay tuned for the end where you'll see both our individual tier lists on how we think, how we rank the starters.
So let's get started with my boy Bulbasaur, my favorite starter from Gen 1. Again, I don't think he is in my favorites of all time, right? But he is my favorite from Gen 1. I think he's very cute. He has a great design. I don't know. I love Bulbasaur. I'm gonna put him in A. I don't think he deserves S in my personal opinion, right?
I would put him in C tier. I have him in C tier. It's cute. It's good. It's nothing special. I think it's the definition of just an average, right smack dab in the middle, for me.
Right. So we're gonna put a B. This is an example of what we were talking about earlier, right? We'll put him in the middle of what we think. Yeah.
I think B is a good middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Ivysaur. I would put it E tier. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's not the best. I think it doesn't retain any of the cuteness that Bulbasaur had, and I understand the whole flower thing, but stage 2 is always a difficult one for me. Pokemon really struggles with those stage 2 in my opinion more often than not.
Fair enough. I see that. Like you said about the flower, for me, the thing I do like about Bulbasaur is the evolution of the bulb into the flower as we go along, right? It's clear from stage 1, 2, and 3, right? And you don't have that with Charizard with the wings, or with Charmeleon with the wings, or with a Wartortle. He doesn't have the cannons either. The gimmick appears in the last evolution. So me, I would put him C, actually. So I think it goes in D, I guess.
Yeah, right? Has to. Yeah, I think it has to.
I think that it's okay. There are mons I find that are, less interesting than Ivysaur that we can put lower than that later on, right? Mm-hmm. As for the evolution, Venusaur, it's a bit more difficult. I like the design, I do, but I don't think it's the best. I think C tier is fair for it. And as for the Mega, I kind of prefer Mega Venusaur's design to Venusaur, even though it doesn't change that much. I don't know, the flower on its head, the palm tree vibes. I don't know, I kind of prefer his design to Mega Venusaur, even if it doesn't shift that much, right?
I mean, for me, I think I'm the opposite. I agree with you for the C tier. I think Venusaur is he's alright. He's okay. And I don't enjoy the Mega as much because I feel like they didn't push it further enough. It's they just added extra leaves on top and a flower on his head. That's basically it overall. And it's just a slightly different Venusaur, in my opinion.
Yeah, great ability, that's what Megas are supposed to be. They're not evolutions. They're form changes.
I know, but if you look at the next one, Charizard and Blastoise, at least they made some change to it.
No, I agree to that. I just prefer, if it was Mega Venusaur instead of Venusaur, I would prefer it. You know what I mean? If Mega Venusaur was Venusaur's design, that's what I mean. So you put it in D or something like that?
Yeah, I put it in D. I would put it in D.
So C, same as Venusaur?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Charmander, I'd say Charmander is probably one of the most popular first starters. In my opinion, I have a special connection with Charmander because I got him as a shiny the first time I played Fire Red, which was absolutely nuts. But just talking about the design, I think just the design, I'd put it A or S as a design, a personal preference. I think I'd put it A. Yeah. What about you?
For me, he's C. It's the same as Bulbasaur. Cute, good. Yeah, it's just good, solid, nothing special about it. It's a good starter, as I say, And I think Charmeleon is the same as Ivysaur for me. It's an E tier.
Oh,
it's just I
actually
it's bad.
Think he's Oh, really?
Well, it's it's the only one in its evolution line that changes color. It feels off from the Charmander and the Charizard.
It just feels. Ivysaur changes color too.
And that's one of the reasons But if you look at the change, even the Venusaur retains more of like a mix between the Ivysaur, Bulbasaur. That the Charizard goes back to the original color of the Charmander. So it's just, why is he just more mad?
I guess I could see that. I like Charmeleon's design a lot. It makes me think of sort of a Velociraptor, and I really love those dinosaurs. For me, I like him a lot. I think he's probably one of my favorite secondary forms. I've always, enjoyed playing as Charmeleon. So for me, I'd put it A. But, like, for what you said, I think it's fair, like an in-between, to put him C or B, but I'd put him C. I do prefer Charmander to Charmeleon, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, C, like, I think it's perfect middle if you put it in an A, typically. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Charizard, if oh, it's your turn, right? Go ahead.
Go. You go. It's your turn.
Okay. Charizard, if I was a kid, I would put him in S, but I think nowadays, I don't know, I think there are so much more cooler dragons and stuff. And I understand why they didn't want to make him a dragon, but, it just feels off that he's a flying fire and not a dragon. Even though there's the X and the Y, right? I just feel like A is a good place for him.
I agree. I think it's A tier. Cool, iconic. Really like Charizard, but it's not what it used to be. Like, if you look at
same.
the
For
Megas...
me, like, again, if I was a kid, I'd put him S, easy.
If you give me the Megas, I would, and that's probably not popular opinion there, but I would put S tier for Charizard X and D tier for Charizard Y. The reason for Charizard Y is the same as for Mega Venusaur. It's just a slightly different version of a Charizard. Then the X is just the blue harder flames, the reference to the shiny version with the black is just, for me, it's epic. And that's my personal preference on that, how I would rank.
You'd put it S, you said, the Mega Charizard X?
X. Yeah, I would put S for Charizard
Let's
X.
start with X first. You said you'd put Charizard X in S. I would put him in A. But that's because the only reason I'd put Charizard X in A is that I much prefer Charizard Y. And I would put Charizard Y in S and Charizard X in A. I know I'm kind of contradicting myself because I did like, the idea of the dragon. They're finally making the dragon, and even the blue flames, very cool principle, right? But I just find Charizard Y way more elegant. Like the wing blades, the third horn, his wings are sharper. Like, I don't know, there's something about Charizard Y that just is like, I don't know, awe-inspiring for me. I see that thing in the wild, I'm scared and envious, in a weird way. And X, like, he's cool and he's badass, right? But I don't have this like elegance vibe from the Y that I do. So you said S for X, I say A. I think we could put it in, in S. I think if we're like, when there's a problem where we can't put it in the middle, we're gonna kind of go off popular opinion. I think that's the best way to go about it. And I think X is very popular. And you said D, right, for Charizard. So that would be B, right? Or Charizard Y.
Yeah, that would be the middle ground.
Because for me personally, I would definitely put it S. I love Charizard Y. Godizard, that's my name for him. But I get it. Yeah, go for your favorite starter.
I mean, all right. So this evolution line, I'm gonna do it quick because this is gonna be super biased, guys. Like, it's my favorite Pokemon line. So obviously Squirtle is S tier. Wartortle is C tier because not the biggest fan of it, but I think it's still fine. Blastoise is obviously S tier, and Mega Blastoise is obviously S tier because more cannons, can't complain about that.
And so here I come to adjust things. I think that for me, Squirtle is my least favorite of the three. He's cute, and he's like, objectively, I find him cute, but I don't find him as cool as Bulbasaur or Charmander. Like, I find them a bit equal. I prefer Bulbasaur a bit, but I still don't like Charmander. I'd put him just in the tier below for me. So what just for you, I'll put him in A, right, because he's your favorite. And we're split between A and B at that point. Wartortle, I would put E. Because again, what I said before, the transition between Wartortle and Blastoise doesn't make sense whatsoever. What happens to the tail? Why is it like this suddenly and then just becomes this normal, tail? There's no cannons. He has these weird, like, wing ears that completely disappear from the design as well. He's kind of cool, like, by himself again, but I just don't like the ID, like, where he is. Where did you put him? You put him in B, right?
C tier.
You put him in C, so we're gonna put him in D. If that makes sense. Blastoise, again, my least favorite of the three. I'd have to put him in D. Like that's where because I wouldn't put him. I think I'd put him on the same tier as Venusaur. So again, for you, since he's your favorite, I'll put him in A, since we're choosing between A and B. And Mega Blastoise, I'd honestly put him in E tier. I'm gonna be completely honest with that. I just don't. I much prefer Blastoise as a design. Like I find him a bit too off-putting. The giant cannon doesn't do it for me. I'd put him D. I'd put him D. So B.
I'll give you B.
Right?
Yeah, B. I think B.
It's in between the two. That makes sense. All right, I'm gonna start off with that's fine with you, right? Where
yeah, you know,
anyways, you'll see our individual tier list at the end of the video, right?
Yeah,
like...
just do the whole line. You know what? At this point, people want to know. They want to know. Just do the whole line.
All right, so let's go with Chikorita. Chikorita's mad cute, man. Chikorita's mad cute. Got like, I don't know, maybe I'm skewed from the anime, but for me that matters because it's, you know, you see them like acting and their personality a bit as well, right? So that matters for me. And Chikorita is just this like badass, you know, I don't know, Latina chick. With attitude, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I really like, and the design is cute, cool, like he's got this sort of wavy, you know, vibe to him as well. Like, I don't know, I really like Chikorita. He's mad cute. What do you think?
I agree. What tier did you put it in? You didn't give it a tier.
A. I put it in A.
You put it in A? I would put it in B. I think it's really cute. I really like it. I don't think it's like A worthy, but it's a solid B tier.
Okay.
For me.
This is skewed opinion. It's A and B. So, you know what? When one of us brings it down, let's bring it down, I think.
Yeah.
Bayleaf, go ahead.
That's going to be a surprising one, but I would put that in B tier.
B tier.
It's probably, it could be my favorite second tier evolution line. Like, I just love Bayleaf. I think
Really?
maybe the anime skewed me too much and having Ash's Bayleaf, maybe.
That's important.
But yeah, I would totally put Bayleaf in B tier. I think it's pretty great.
B tier is good, huh?
I just like the design of it. It's iconic, and I wish it stayed that way and didn't become a Meganium sometimes.
I feel like Bayleaf loses some of his cuteness, I guess, in B, but I think it's a solid transition from Chikorita. Yeah, I think that Bayleaf's fine in B tier. I think it's fine. As for Meganium, I really like Meganium's design. A tier, I don't think so. I think the whole line fits well in B tier. What do you think?
I have it in C. I just think it's
you have it in C?
Yeah, it's a little bit less good than the other two, in my opinion.
Are you skewed by the fact that it sucks in competitive? Because that shouldn't matter in this tier list. Okay.
No, it's just, it goes from cute to cute badass to back to cute. And I think I wish it had a little bit more in its design. It's like, it feels like it's kind of just same kind of as a Venusaur. They didn't push it further. They kind of copied what they've already had going on with Venusaur in a way.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
And it loses its little leaf on top of his head and gets... It's like it gets like antennas.
It does lose the leaf on the top of its head, which is a bit weird.
For antennas, it would...
Yeah, I agree.
Then make it a bug type. That would have been cool. Grass bug, starters.
Yeah, grass bug. That's it would have been interesting. True. It makes sense.
But they just average.
Cyndaquil, for me, I'd put it B. I think that's
I
where
would agree.
I think he's cute. He's cool.
I think he's better than Charmander and Bulbasaur. I like him better than Charmander and Bulbasaur. So I would put it B tier as well.
I prefer Charmander to Cyndaquil, to be fair. But I mean, yeah, I don't see him that much above or below where they are. You know, I think that's fair. Quilava, I find less good. What about you?
Me too. I would put it D tier.
Yeah, I think same with Wartortle and Ivysaur.
I think it's better than Ivysaur and Charmeleon, but you'll see my tier list later.
Yeah. We'll exchange at the end.
Okay.
Typhlosion
B. I think it's really cool, but it's not like it's cool, but it's not like awesome. And I think A is, awesome. And that's...
I think I would put Typhlosion A, to be honest, because I don't know. I think that the fact that he, he's both bipedal and a quadruped as well. I find that interesting, right? Like the fact that he transitions from both when he gets like upset, right? With his the artwork looks awesome. I've always thought so. Him screaming, and it's a bit of a not a crazy leap, right? But Cyndaquil looks so chill, and Quilava looks kind of, you know, not chill, but, you know, neutral. And then you have Typhlosion, who's really upset. I don't know. I like the transition, but I would put it A, you'd put it B. So let's just put it, like we said, bring it down, put it B. Hisuian Typhlosion F.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Like, they kind of win.
The flames, the color of the flames are very welcome, right? But
yes,
there is a difference between chill, happy, and stoned.
Or derpy.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, or derpy face. He just has a derpy.
Or derpy, face. Right? It's just it doesn't do it for me. Totodile, one of my favorite starters of all time. I'd put it S tier for me personally. He's so cute. The happy feet vibe. The fact that the artwork perfectly describes its personality. Like, you see him in the anime. It's exactly what you get in the design. He's this happy guy who just goes and repeats his name and just keeps dancing and stuff. He's super hyper. I love this Pokemon.
I would put it A tier. Yeah, I think it's really cute and everything. I like, in a weird way, that it's a clear design on what it's, you know, going to be. I like it. There's a little bit of a dinosaur vibe to it. That's really cool. Like, I think it's a solid A tier for Pokemon.
Fair enough. Like I said, he's one of my favorite starters. Probably my third favorite, I'd have to guess. So I would definitely put it as, but I'm fine with A. Makes sense. I'd say Croconaw is, for me, the second coolest secondary form. I'd put it S. I love this design. The little diamond, you know, shape. He has it on the tail as well when he's a Totodile, it's a bit of a triangle, but even the pattern on its stomach, the color even a bit lighter blue, it's pretty interesting too. I really like Croconaw. He's really cool design. I
would put him B tier. I think it's
B-tier?
kind of like, I think Gen 2 got it right for second stages.
Agreed.
Like, it's probably the best gen for second stages out of all of them overall. So I think it's B tier. It's really good. I don't think it's awesome, because like Totodile is awesome. Croconaw is just chunky boy, you know, he's cool.
So we put him in A as a compromise. Okay. And again, for me, for Alligator, it's the same thing. For me, this whole line belongs in S tier. I love for Alligator. He keeps the chunky vibe from Croconaw. He loses the pattern. He goes back to what it was for Totodile. But I've always found him so badass and cool. I don't know. I love for Alligator ever since I saw this Pokemon. I mean, even if I didn't see the third form, I would have always gone for Totodile, because I really love Totodile. Easy S tier for me personally.
All right, you're gonna be shocked by my answer. Be prepared. You're gonna have an audible gasp incoming, guys. The reality is, I love for Alligator the Pokemon. I love the concept of it, but in terms of, you know, the design and everything, it's actually for me D tier. I think in a weird way, it has, you know, I wish it was more of a crocodilian in a way. They didn't lean
like on its 4 feet.
A little bit more. It feels very, it doesn't feel like an alligator, or it doesn't feel like a dinosaur either. It feels like kind of a human alligator, you know, like kind of in Spider-Man, you know, when you have the lizard.
Yeah, like Lizard Man.
Exactly. That's and the little, like, I don't know, the little pads he has on his arms are just like, are you trying to make scales? I'm not too sure about what. It's just the design for me. I
like it. I'm not gonna
lie. I don't.
But fair enough.
So that's for me. I just think they had the right idea and they just didn't execute on it.
It's fair. Well, so B tier if we're compromising then. Okay, I'm gonna do all of these 4 in a row, because as you see from my avatar, right, Trico is my favorite starter. For me, Trico is S. But I understand that, you know, objectively, right, and this is not an objective tier list by any means, that people, you know, it's a hard sell for Trico. But for me, he is my favorite Pokemon starter. The attitude, the swagger, even though he looks weird, like, he's weird looking, right? I could admit that. He has this like natural swag to him in his attitude, the way he carries himself. Maybe not in the artwork, right? But you look at him in the anime, and I think this is a very it's something that's clear in the anime for Trico, and they succeeded for Trico and the whole line much better in the anime than they did in the game. In the game, I much preferred Grovyle, who I would also put in S tier because he's my second favorite second stage evolution. When I was playing the game, I did not want to evolve my Grovyle because I did not like the pixel art that they did for Sceptile. But once I saw Sceptile in the anime, man, that changed my whole opinion. He became my favorite Pokemon, who used to be Dragonite or Tyranitar, one of the two. It just immediately went to Sceptile because this whole Gecko Samurai vibe just really did it for me. And same for, you know, maybe, you know, Mega Sceptile is just an improvement on that even more, right? Going more towards an edgy sort of vibe, right? With even his, like, the shape of his head, you know, is more like just edgy, right? And he has the double blades on each arm with the, you know, Christmas tree tail. Like, again, this whole line for me belongs in S tier because I just love them all.
All right, time to be a little bit, a little bit more objective on this. So, Trico, I think is C tier. I think it's cute. It's a good starter in that sense, but it's nothing special. As for Grovyle, that's, you know, is E tier. It's ugly.
E tier.
E tier. It's ugly.
That's what you say. Ugly. Wow.
It's ugly. It has like I don't know. It's like, you know, it makes me feel like a teenager that doesn't wash his hair. And for Sceptile, it's C tier. It's good. I wish it had more of an edge to it. It has kind of a cheeky smile vibe, and I wish it had maybe a more serious kind of energy to it to reflect that samurai more. And that's why I think Mega Sceptile is actually S tier. I love the design of Mega Sceptile. Everything about it makes sense. Even the little bulbs on it, like, it refers, like, for me, it makes sense with this ability Lightning Rod, where you could store that electric energy. Like, it's a really, really good, well done.
So, repeat that for Grovyle. You wanted to put him in E tier, if I heard that right.
Yeah. Yes, E tier.
So it's B tier then, if we're screwing things in my favor, like I did with the Turtle Evolutions. Sceptile, you said C tier, so A tier, and Mega Sceptile S tier, right? Is that it?
Yes, exactly. All right, so Torchic. Hate that line. Torchic is D tier for me. It's
agreed.
It's just not good. It's just a chick. That's it. That's just
a chicken.
Yeah, little chick.
It's all it is. It's kind of cute. I'm sure people love it, right? Like, there are lots of people that love it. Me, I just find it meh. I think D tier is really the meh tier, and Combuskin I'd put a bit lower.
Yeah, I would agree. It's an E tier Pokemon for me.
Yeah.
I
find Blaziken a bit cooler than the two others, though. Like, honestly, I'd probably put it C tier.
Oh my god, I hate it.
For me.
It's probably one of my most hated Pokemon designs for starters. I would have it in F. Oh yeah, I would have it in F.
F tier.
I do not like it whatsoever.
Hey, fair enough.
And the Mega is E tier. It's just slightly better.
So there, I wouldn't agree at all. I'd say that the Mega is much cooler than Blaziken. There's a lot of things that change for the Mega. There's the black coloring. There's, again, like Mega Sceptile, this sort of like the fire on its arms, right? It has two, like Sceptile has the double blades on each arm, right? Like, I really like that. Even the hair changes shape, right? Like, it's completely different from the pose while it's, you know, in the drawing. I really like this Pokemon. I'd put it in B tier. I'd say for a Mega. Where did you put it?
I was gonna put it in E, but after listening to you, I'll move it to D. You know what?
D, right? It's like fair to. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's not my favorite by any means. I never really attached to Blaziken. I've never chosen Torchic ever. Like, ever. It's never been a choice for me.
No, never.
Blaziken does not skew that in favor for me at all. Mudkip I find kind of cute. I'd say he's a solid B tier. He's kind of cute. He's the cheek vibes. He's okay for me. Like, that's about it.
I would put him in A. I love Mudkip. So cute.
Okay, so we keep it as B then.
I like that it's unique too. It's like, it kind of reminds you of things, but it has its own vibe. It's not too animal-like. You know, it kind of has its own Pokemon kind of twist to it, really. So
yeah, I just don't think it's as good as as the others in A tier.
Alright.
For Marshtomp, just uglier. Put it in E for me.
I was gonna have it in D tier. It's fine. It's not like average. It's a below average for me. Starter, like in terms of how I would see it. And as for Swampert, I would put it in C. I like Swampert.
Oh yeah,
It's cool, but it's it's okay. Like I would rather
I'd put it in A.
You put it in A? Wow.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. Like I've never seen a water starter like this, except for maybe Greninja, right? I don't find that there are much water start, in my opinion, right, that are as cool as Swampert. I'd put it in A. You put it in C, so we're putting it in B. Like F. Like honestly, like I really detest this design. I find it's a huge step down from Swampert by like wow. It's
Okay,
me, we're gonna
be very different. I have it in B tier.
Yeah, I have it in B tier. Okay, so D.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I because I like the bulk up aspect of it. I just like that he has this angrier version of it too. Just the muscles. I guess I'm just that kind of person, you know. Give me more muscles.
I just think it loses its. I don't know. It loses what makes it cool, in my opinion. But yeah, okay. Moving on to the turtles.
Another turtles. Well, I mean. Yeah. Turtwig, easy S tier for me. It's super cute. I love it. It has that snapping turtle kind of, like face, and it's just I love Turtwig. Like I would put it S tier.
Fair enough.
Every day, no question.
Turtwig for me, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna put it in D tier for me because. Just doesn't do it for me. Not a big fan of turtles. Don't like the weird double the sprout on its head. I find it's a less cool Bulbasaur in my opinion. Kind of a similar vibe too, but that's my opinion, right? Like you put it S, so B.
B, yeah. All right.
Just not my thing.
You're not gonna see this coming for Grottle. It's F tier. It's terrible. It's just, I'm so sad that anytime I play the game, I just want to skip that stage. I just want to go from Turtwig to Torterra. I do not want to see Grottle. I don't like it. I don't know what they were trying to do with it. Ugly.
For me, he belongs in D. For me, because I don't find him as ugly as the Mons. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't find him that, horrible. I guess maybe the double bushes on his back's a bit weird, but I don't know. I don't mind him as much as you do, so I put him D. So E, right?
Yeah, E tier.
Yeah, that's just me. I'm not a big fan of the turtles, but I mean, I don't find him as ugly as some of the other mons I would eventually put in this F tier, like Isuya and Typhlosion. That's just me. And there you go for your last turtle. Go ahead.
I mean, Torterra, easy S. Love Torterra. Badass as hell. Love like that kind of the axe-like head shape, like the theme of it with the earth and the tree growing on its back. Like it's just, I just love that design. I wanted to have like a regional form or some shit.
Yeah, so no, cool. I'm sure it would have been very cool. The planet vibe,
Give it to me in Pokemon Unite. For the ones that play Pokemon Unite, give it to me in Pokemon Unite, please. I beg of you.
For me personally, I think it's kind of cool, but again, like it's about the same thing as Venusaur for me. I'd put it in C. For you, obviously, we're skewing in between A and B. I'll put it A.
All right.
That's the whole point.
Turtles. Right? I'm Mr. Turtles. Like
he's one of your favorites. Like me with Feraligatr, right? Like so, I'll accept that. Our matches for Alligator, Torterra. Still remember that. Chimchar. I'm gonna start with that because I'm a big fan of this line. I think Chimchar's A. I think you've told me already you find him overrated, right? But I love this little monkey. I find him really cute. The little hair, like flame shaped hair on his head. The shape of his face. The fact that when he's in the game, the 3D animation of him is just him like dancing a bit. Like everything about this mon, I kind of like. I don't prefer him. Maybe I don't like him as much as Totodile, but I don't know. I think he belongs in this tier for me personally.
I have him as B tier.
B tier?
Yeah, I think it's. I like Chimchar and everything. I don't think it's like the best, but it's pretty cute, and it does the thing, you know. And it's unfortunate that it's in, like, he has to compete with Turtwig, which is amazing, but you know.
Yeah, I much prefer Chimchar to Turtwig.
Yeah.
So A or B at that point? Are we skewing? Because again, like I don't. I'm not a big fan of, like, I like him, but I don't mind putting him below Totodile, you know, or Trico. Oops, that bugged out. So Monferno, I think Monferno, very much like for me, Grovyle and Croconaw is one of the coolest second stages. I was hesitant. I kept my Monferno for a while because I think that just, I don't know, his design. I really like this second stage a lot. Like, it's one of my favorites. I put it A as a second stage. But yeah, I know that's probably not the case for you because you in second stages, right?
I have it in C. I think it's like I like it as much as I would like Wartortle at this stage. Like I like it. I don't like it as much as Chimchar. It's fine. You know, it makes sense, but it's nothing special either. And as for Infernape, I really love Infernape. So I put it in A tier. Because
for me it's S. But I'll put it in A.
All right, one of the most popular Pokemons. Piplup. It's, for me, it's a little, like, I understand why people love it, but for me, it's C tier. It's fine. Oh, yeah, it's cute.
I'd put it A.
Wow.
I think it's really cute. I'm like, again, I hate that. I hate every other evolution from him. Like, I'm a spoiler alert. Sorry about that. But I find that Piplup itself is enough for me. But you said C, right? So B?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, for this guy, F tier for me. Printplup, is that his name? I don't even remember his name very well.
I have it in E, so we can keep it in F if you want. I don't think there's much of a difference.
No, and Empoleon for me, I know a lot of people like him, but like maybe not F. Like, that's exactly. I'll put him D. Like, that's where I'd put him. I think he's. I see the appeal,
A,
but and especially because it's a steel type. But I don't, you know. It's not enough just because it's steel type, you know. A, you said?
A, I have it in A. I love his design. I love, you know, the kind of Emperor Penguin, like super tanky vibe with the trident, you know, on its head. I like it. I really like the final evolutions in this gen, as you'll see.
We bring it down, we put a C, so some? Is that it? Sorry.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah.
The Pikachu killer, Snivy. E, for me. That's maybe a bit harsh. I put it D.
I would agree D. I think it's cute. I think it has that cheekiness to it.
I don't think it's cute, like, to be honest. I don't find it ugly, you know, like.
No. But the next one, F tier, immediately. Servine, I think it is. So disgusting.
I'd put it. The only thing that bothers me are the two little feet, to be honest. Like, just make it a snake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I think it's so weird.
You put him in F, I put him in E, so I'll put him F. Superior, I don't. He's okay. I put him C. He's fine.
I have it in D. I have it in D. Yeah, I don't think it's better than Snivy.
Me too. Yeah, for me, it's the same thing. Like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not, you know, amazing for me. I could see why people like it though, but not for me. Tepig, I think he's the cutest of those three. I think he's super cute, but very much like Piplup, I hate the two next stages. Spoiler alert again.
I've been in
so
C.
Yeah, for me it's A tier for me. B, C for you?
Yeah, I think it's cute. It's fun. Nothing special.
Okay, so B. And what about I know the third one is Embor. I don't need Pignite. Is that it?
Pignite. I have it in
Pignite. E. Yeah, I think that's fair. I wouldn't put an F because I think he has something that's.
He's not as bad as Servine. Let's be honest. Yeah. He's not as bad.
And for me, Embor is F. I really hate Embor. I don't like his design at all. There is nothing redeemable about this Pokemon except his shiny. It's the only thing that's interesting about him.
I like kind of that. Like, I wish it was more. Maybe I wish they kept the quadruped kind of vibe to it more.
Yeah, I feel like there's too much too much stuff in his design too. The swirl thing on the stomach, the black, the red stripes on his arms, the sort of like orange
it in
thing
D.
at the bottom. It's too much for me.
I have it
On
in
top
D.
of the weirdness, you know.
I like the flaming boar. Like, you know, like there's some part of me that likes it, but it's still D tier. It's not great.
Yeah, but it like for me, like a design kind of like the hooky, you know, for War Curie's Devil Fruit, you know, like that. I like that type of maybe as a quadruped, you know, like an actual boar. I would have preferred it.
Okay. Well, let's
Where did you put it? Sorry.
I put it in D.
So E. Okay. Oshawott. Again, I find Oshawott very cute, but I put Piplup in A. I think Oshawott's a bit of an inferior thing to Piplup, but he's not by much in my opinion.
I mean, I put it in B tier above Piplup in my tier list. I like it, but I don't think it's, you know, the best of the best, but I think it's really cute, and I like the little shell on it, so they can attach on it. So I put it in B.
B tier like me. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Dewott, I think is an improvement.
Wow.
But I wouldn't put him like in A tier.
Wow, I don't like Dewott at all. I put it in E tier.
So D. Okay. I mean, again, I'm not too attached to Dewott. I don't really care. Samurott is the definition of it's a shame, you know, like, because in essence, if we were just doing the design, right, and if it was a solo mon, I'd put it in like A, right, or something like that, because it is very, very cool and looks like with an otter or whatever. No, but disregarding the other forms and what it's supposed to mean, you know what I mean? Just the design of it looks cool. It looks kind of like a semi-legendary in a way, right? But it's just a complete, you know, miss because of what it's supposed to represent. It's called Samurott, not horn-sorned otter. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be on its 2 feet and wielding swords, and it's just not. So for me, it's like design-wise, it's cool, right? So I'd kind of skewed in that favor. I'd put it D, I guess, because of that.
I put it F. I hate it,
F,
and I put also
enough.
the Hisu uniform as F because they could have fixed it, and they did the same thing with different colors.
I would have put him in the same tier, so D for me as Samurott, but because of the fact that it, you know, didn't correct their mistake, I would put it in E because of that. So F, agreed, as a real compromise. Oh, F tier, get out of here. I hate Chesspen. I hate the whole line. Just a warning in advance, everything's going in F tier for me. Hate the whole line. I never even like thought to myself, oh, this guy's kind of cool. I'm hesitating. I wasn't hesitating at all. This guy was never in my thoughts.
I disagree. I like Chesspen.
Yeah, I know you do.
So I have Chesspen in C. I have Quillen. I can't remember this middle. In E, I don't like it. Like, it's just
so F.
and I have Chestnut in C. I think it's pretty cool. I like it as a Pokemon. I like the concept of the shield thing. Like, I like Chespin. It's nothing, you know, special, but it's like pretty good for me.
Fennekin, is that his name? Fennekin? Yeah, Fennekin. Where'd you put it? For me, he's kind of meh. Like mid.
I put it in C. C.
That's exactly where I was gonna put him. I find Breakson a step down. Huge step down. That's where I would put him in my opinion in D tier.
I have it in E. I don't like Breakson.
Okay. E, yeah.
And I even have Delphox going down to F. I don't like the design. I would put
Delphox in D. So
I guess.
Yeah. What were you saying about the design?
I just don't like. I just think it just whiffed. Like, they just didn't commit enough. If they were gonna go in that direction from what they did with Breakson, they should have committed more to a mate, like a more of a sorcerer, like witch kind of vibe, and it just kind of feels like they just made a fox stand on its 2 leg with a fiery stick.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Makes sense.
Like, it was supposed to be a sidekick mom. Give it a robe, give it a hat, give it, you know, something that they've done before. Like, do figure something out that makes more sense with the vibe of the Pokemon.
Yeah, agreed. Froakie, I know a lot of people love Froakie for some reason. It's a bit, for me, it's a bit like Trico in a way. He's got this weird design to him. I don't find him cute at all. I know people find him cute. I don't find him cute. I find him kind of cool in a way. The weirdness doesn't bother me, right? So For me, it's or C or D. I'm unsure about this, so I'll have you as a tiebreaker for that. I'll put
I
him at D.
haven't.
I think he's below mid for me.
Okay, I like Foki. It's cute. I like the colors of it, little bubbly bubbles, on top of him. I have it in B tier.
B tier, okay.
Yeah, and I
So
have
C.
yeah, and then I have
Frogadier?
Frogadier as a C tier. It's fine. It's just fine.
I don't see. Greninja, I think we both agree that he's an S tier.
Yeah, and I put Ash
And
Greninja
Ash
in S.
Greninja, same. Yeah, he's just for me. Ash Greninja is just a cooler Greninja, so why not put him in S?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's one of those rare times of minimal change, but it's just I think just what it represents. Also, you can't take that away.
Yeah, it's really cool too.
And the
Just
Shuriken.
regardless, man, it's very cool. I think Rowlet is great. I'd put him in A. Personality, cuteness, the shape of him, the little bow tie with the leaves on his that he shoots. Yeah, no, I really like him. Like in comparison to Torchic, right? Like this is a bird that succeeded in its design. Like in a big way for me. I think A is for me. That's where I would put it.
I have it in B.
B? Okay, so let's put it in B then.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it down. Star Trek's F, I think we both agree.
Yeah, I was not gonna. I was about to say F.
In the CGI, I'd put it A.
I put it A too, actually.
And where we will not agree at all
Yeah,
is
it will be on the
this
next
one where I would put it in F straight up.
I would put it
maybe not F because I respect the choice, I guess. E for me, that's where I put it. E probably. Yeah.
Okay, well that's gonna be that's probably one of the biggest disagreement we're gonna have here. I have it in S tier. I love it. I love that it's a simple change, but it makes sense and it ties into the theme of the game it was designed for as well. It's just I love it. I love the color of it. I love the idea. I just love it. Like I love that design. I love that Pokemon.
Litten, meh.
I put it C tier.
Yeah, mid, same.
It's cute.
Torcat, E. For me.
Same. I have it E. I don't like it. It's ugly.
Incineroar.
I have it in D. I don't think it's right smack dab between Litten and Torcat for me.
I'd have it in
It's
D.
okay. So
Personally.
C. So
Yeah,
C.
because I don't know. I like the design and the theme. I think the theme fits with the design. It still looks cool. I think I would have maybe preferred it on its 4 feet. Again, like it's something that we are missing with fire types for some reason. But I don't I think it's pretty cool. I'd put it in B, so C, right?
I agree with that. That makes sense.
Poplio, if there was one starter I do not give a shit about, it's Poplio. Same with he's the same as Chespin. I don't find him as ugly as Chespin, so I probably put it in the E tier. But that's how I feel about him.
I put it in C. I think it's cute. I think it does the job. It has a good theme, but nothing special.
Brion is worse for me. Worse. Do I find it ugly? Yeah, I'd put it in F tier. I don't like Brion at all. Much prefer Primarina. Where would you put it?
Brion, I have it F tier. I don't like it at all.
F tier, yeah, same. Okay.
I think they could have done better. Primarina, I have her in A tier. I love the design. It's elegant. It has that melodic vibe without being melodic. It fits with the fairy type. I just love Primarina as a design. I think it's one of my favorites.
I do think that, again, like with a bit of Braixen, right, it is more skewed towards, well,
it's supposed to represent.
Let me finish. But I do think that, a bit like Lapras, right, it's more, despite, the way it is, I think that anyone can like this Pokemon. I do think it's kind of cool. I do think the Fairy vibe, I put it in C, to be honest. That's where I'd put him. A bit next to Torque, Incineroar, same thing. It's I think that's where I would put him. It's a bit hesitant, but And in you, where'd you put him? A?
A. I put it in A.
So B. Grookey.
I think it's a bit overrated. I put it in C. I think
C?
it's
okay.
I think it's cute. I don't think it's, you know, the greatest. You know, like for me, it's not on the level of a Totodile or a Mudkip to compare.
Yeah, but again,
and
for me, Totodile and it's like S tier, right? So that's where I put him. Like, I think it's for me. That's where I put him A. And you said C, right?
C tier, yeah.
I just think he's cute. The monkey vibe suits him. I like the orange hands as well, right? The little stick in his hair that he uses to tap the ground. I don't know. I think it's cute. Thwacky I find a bit less interesting, so I'd put him C probably.
I have it in F. I do not like it.
Okay. So E.
I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
what
like
is it? Is it the color?
Yeah, it's the color. Just I understand where they're trying to go with it, but it loses a little bit of its monkey vibe and becomes like a weird totem pole, and I don't understand why.
That's fair. I get that. Rillaboom?
A.
A for you. Same for me.
Yeah, I love it.
Same for me.
Just love
A
it.
for Rillaboom. Yeah, I agree. The Cinderace line, another line that I don't very much enjoy. Score Bunny for me is D. He's just a bunny.
We
He's
agree.
Just a bunny.
We agree. I have him in D as well.
He could be the little evolution for the other bunny there. What's her name? His name? Lopunny. It could be Lopunny's little evolution, to be honest. Like, I don't see the fire except in the red ears. You know, like that's all I see. There's nothing that tells you that this Pokemon is fire, except for fire type, except for his, you know, the tip of his ears and the name, I guess. Scorch. But yeah, and Raboots is F tier for me.
I have it in E.
Okay.
I don't think it's still the worst, but it doesn't push it forward enough. You know, it's just not good. But it's not the worst of the worst for me. Like Thwacky for me is much worse. It's just
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're gonna put Cinderace in A tier. I'm assuming that's where you put it.
Bingo, you know me. Love Cinderace.
I know. For me, again, it's the same problem as with Scorbunny and Raboots. There's nothing that indicates that this guy's a fire type at all. He's kind of the design is kind of cool, I guess. That's what I'd say.
Well, I mean, you have
but
to
nothing
forget...
really does it for me. I'd put it D tier for me. That's where I'd put it.
Yeah, but don't forget that he's supposed to have a flaming soccer ball around him. Like in this picture, they don't have it, but that's part of what Cinderace does. It has, you know, that. Yeah,
but I mean, again, like.
It's just thematically, it just makes so much sense to me because it was supposed to be England. He's the striker, which is usually what would be identified as a fire type. Even in anime, you know that's, you know, usually a striker has a fire type,
true.
You know.
But yeah, it's still like, I find him mid, and there's that whole thing with the, you know, him just being a rabbit, right? Like, I don't see the soccer vibe in his design except for the fireball. I don't see the fire design in his design except for the fireball. You know what I mean? Like there's the kick, right? But rabbits kick as well. So there's, you know, like it's not as clear as with, you know, Rillaboom.
To me, it's clear. As you know, somebody that played soccer, it's clear that he's a soccer player.
That's fair, and I understand that. For me, it doesn't do it for me.
So C tier. Because I have it in A, so we round down.
Yeah, C tier. We put below, and we're in that, you know. Sobble.
G. I have it in D.
Yeah,
I think
same. I put it in the same place as Scorbunny. Yeah. It's a bit below mid. You know, it's alright. I chose him. I chose Sobble over the other three, but again, like no. I chose Grookey. I asked my brother to trade me a Sobble because I liked Inteleon. And the evolution is same for Thwacky. I'd put it in E tier as well.
I have it in D, like Thwacky.
In D? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I think they messed up their second stages, and that gen, it's terrible. A lot of... To be fair, if you look at my E tier, is only second stages.
Inteleon, you go ahead. You give your ranking for Inteleon first.
I have it in A tier with the other starters. Yeah,
I like it in B. I'd put it in B.
I like the theme of it. Like, I just like the whole theme of those starters for what they did. I like it's a cool design. It does the point. No, I just like it. I really like Inteleon.
what's his name?
Sprigatito.
Sprigatito? Yeah, Sprigatito, yeah. A bit, I think I'd have to put it in the same tier as Litten, which is C tier, because, again, for me, it's mid. Like, it's kind of cute, but again, there's not, except for the color, right? There's, like, I don't know, like, I don't see grass type vibes except for the color. That's the only thing that, and sometimes they do that, but, like, I don't know, for me, it's C tier. It's mid, you know, it's,
I have it. I hate that line. I'm gonna be transparent. I really hate that line.
I like the second form. I think it's cool.
I don't. I hate all of it. All of it. For me, it's just they put some flowers on the cat. Especially Sprigatito. I have it in F tier. For me, it's just a Litten that they smashed with an Eevee, and that's what they created. It's just.
I agree, but I do think he's kind of cute, right? There's this cute aspect to it. That's
yeah,
why
but I don't care.
For me, C tier makes sense, but
it's like I already had
so
one kind of
would you say
cutesy cat
you put him
before.
E tier?
F tier. It's
F tier, so
terrible.
E tier then. Okay. For the second form, you already said that you hated him. I honestly think he's really cool. The second form does it for me. There's this sort of, you know, Puss in Boots vibe, and that's why I'm very disappointed by the last stage, because I was expecting some Puss, and especially for Spain, right? Like you think Puss in Boots when you think Spanish cat, you know what I mean? Like, second stage, I put it. You know what? I'm gonna put it A tier. I think it's really cool.
Wow.
I hate the rest of the line, but I think that this little like Puss in Boots cat badass, you know, like I don't know. I put it A tier. I like the design.
I mean, I have it in F. I just hate it. I just hate the whole thing. Like, I'm just like, I can even tell you Meowscarada is also F tier. I put the whole line in F. I just don't care. I hate it.
So you put it in F, we put it in D? That it?
I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You put Meowscarada in F. I'd probably put it in E, so F I'm fine with. I don't mind that. It's a big disappointment. No Puss in Boots, like, especially with that second stage. Like I just said, I find it very cool. Fuecoco, I'm sure you have it in S.
Yep. I love Fuecoco.
I'd put it in A. I'm being honest, I put it in A. I love Fuecoco, but I don't put him on the same league as Totodile and Trico. That's
it's so cute. It's so dirty.
Yeah,
it's
it's
perfect.
really cute. I
so
definitely think it's one of their better designs for starters for sure in the last few years. The second stage is bold. It's bold.
It's a nice way of saying it.
Well, nice try.
Nice try!
It's bold. I'd put it in E, to be fair. I wouldn't put it in F, because I do think they tried, and there's something about them that, you know, makes me laugh, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it a little bit, but it's not as good as it should be. And I have it in D tier.
In D tier, okay. So we'll keep it in E. That makes sense. Skeledirge.
I mean, you're gonna be, I think, surprised by my answer, but I have it
in S tier.
No, I have it in B tier.
B tier? No, I think it fits perfectly in B tier.
I think it's
I think
really
the
good.
Whole keyboard thing was too much. They could remove that, and it would be, I think, it feels a little bit.
It feels a little unfinished. That's
yeah. It feels like they slapped that thing. Like, where does this whole keyboard thing come from? Because it's like, I don't know. Like, if you want to stick with the theme, like maybe he has maracas or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like the keyboard aspect of it, just, you know, it feels like they just say, "Oh, that would be a cool idea." You know what I mean? Even though he's already very cool as is. Like, you know what I mean? I think B tier is perfect for him. I agree. Quacks, Sergeant Quacks.
I have him S tier. I love Quaxley.
S tier. I have him A tier.
Okay.
I love Quaxley. I love Quaxley too. It's not bad, huh? Like, it's pretty close. Quaxley is Sergeant Quacks, Captain Quacks. You know, I just love him.
But I mean, that's the only bright spot about his line.
I like the last form. I like the last form a lot.
I don't like the last form either. I have both of them in F tier.
So I'll agree to the second stage for sure. For I don't actually know his real name. I call him Quaxamillion. Quaxamillion Pegasus, because he's.
I didn't.
I like the fancy vibe. I love the animation of him dancing while you're playing him, and you just, I don't know, I can hear the Mirror B music playing in my head, you know, from Coliseum. Like, I really like Quaxly's Final Evolution, even though I don't remember his name because I just use my nickname instead. I'd put him A tier for me. I'm be real honest. B tier. I put a B tier.
So D.
Yeah.
I just think it's ugly. It doesn't.
Fair, different opinions. Pikachu, A?
C.
I put him A for me. C
I
for
put
you,
it
so B.
C. Yeah, it's just average. I think it's cool.
Eevee, I'd put C.
I have it at C too. It's fine.
Yeah?
It's average.
Yeah, I think Eevee's real cute, huh? Don't get me wrong. I just much prefer its evolutions. Like, by a good margin.
I would agree to that.
And here is where we will completely diverge. Espeon for me is an S. And for
It's
you,
not.
Umbreon is an S.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna put him
And
here just so I can.
and what is Umbreon for you?
Umbreon is kind of cute, kind of cool. I put him in B tier, Umbreon, I think.
All
I
right.
put Umbreon in B tier.
And what do you think I have Espeon in?
B tier as well?
Yeah, exactly, for the same
So we
reason.
both put them in A?
Yeah, exactly.
I love how our S tier remained the same after Greninja. It's just, you know, Mega Charizard X, Mega Sceptile, Greninja, Ash Greninja.
I have way more S tiers on my personal list.
Oh, me too, definitely. But that's because that's normal, because we don't agree on who our favorite mons are, so it's just makes sense. All right, everyone. So this is our tier list for Pokemon, for the Pokemon starters. Obviously, we have very different opinions about, you know, what we think is a good design or not. Personally, we will obviously here right now in the editing, I'll add both of our tier lists so you guys can take a gander separately, right? Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this tier list. We'll be making more like these, obviously, about nerd content, more specifically about One Piece, Pokemon, and Star Wars, because those are our three main things. But if you want to see more tier lists, let us know in the comments below. Let us know what tier list you want us to make as well, whether it's, you know, One Piece, Pokemon, Star Wars or not. You know, it could be something about something else that we have already watched or enjoyed. So let us know. Thanks for watching, and yeah.
See you next time.
Peace out.